Hello everyone, it's Rayna. Welcome back to my channel where I make videos about mental health, self-care, well-being and lifestyle. If you follow me here and on Instagram, you probably already know that I used to deal with depression, anxiety and panic attacks. Now that it's all behind my back, I'm on a journey towards self-love because that's something I really sucked at. I've had issues with my self-esteem and used to have a destructive thinking that was really dragging me down. But thanks to therapy and to my really strong support system, I've managed to be more compassionate towards myself. But enough about me, I want to share with you my 10 steps to practicing self-compassion. 1. Accept your past. Life might have been unfair to you. It might have thrown some shit your way that you had to deal with on your own. You might have been hurt, treated badly, been miserable, or whatever other obstacle there might have been for you. But you know what? It's not going to change. Your past is your past and nothing can change it. So instead of dwelling on what it could or should have been, accept that, yeah, that's what you have been through. Take me, for example. I grew up without my father, and that's a fact. I can't really change that, so there's no point on thinking, oh, what if I did have a father figure in my life? Maybe things could have happened differently. Maybe the other kids at school wouldn't have bullied me about that. Well, guess what? I'm 31, that's all behind my back, and I can't change it, and I better be moving forward, so should you. Understand if, what, and how your past is influencing your present behavior, accept it and move on. I know this sounds very easy and I know it isn't, but here comes therapy as a great helping tool. I've made a video where I talk about therapy and I'll link it here for you in the corner and down below in the description bar as well. 2. Accept your present. Let's now talk about today. Where are you at? You might be in a dark place right now, you might be struggling with depression, you might be having panic attacks, you might be going through a difficult breakup, you might have lost a loved one. That's okay. It's okay to hurt, it's okay not to feel okay, but just as it is useless to dwell on the past, it is useless to dwell on the present. Let me explain. If things aren't good for you right now, if things aren't the way you want them to be, if you keep focusing on this negativity, this will bring you nowhere. Maybe it is time to accept that, yeah, I'm in a difficult situation. Yeah, this is the way it is right now, and shift your focus. Now, what can I do about it? Accepting your current situation doesn't mean to give up. It only means to accept that you are hurting right now. It is the first step towards recovery and towards your better days, really. 3. Forgive yourself. Forgiveness is a very noble act in my opinion, but a very difficult one too. I've always had issues with forgiveness, to be honest. I didn't even understand how it works when you're hurt, but I was so admirative to people who were really able to forgive. Now, with time, I learned to forgive, and it even comes naturally now to me. But forgiving yourself, well, now we're talking levels, guys. Feeling guilty is so self-destructive. I can't begin to explain to you, but please understand that we are all human beings and at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. I'm going to sound biblical, but let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone. There was this interview I watched on TV a few years ago, back when I used to live in Paris. I think the lady that got interviewed was a lawyer, but I'm not quite sure. Anyway, she was talking about people in prison and why she doesn't want them to be called criminals, because that is a way too restrictive label. She says that recidivists and pathological psychopaths aside, of course, these people used to be fathers, brothers, sisters, daughters, people who might have helped elderly women cross the street, who might have sheltered stray animals, who might have done some good to society, and we don't know that really, and they make one mistake. So, according to this lady, it isn't fair to call them criminals because we are labeling them with this one mistake. that they're going to carry, by the way, their whole life, even after they have served their sentence in prison and have repaid their debt to society. So, same for you. You are not a bad, horrible, terrible, undeserving of love and happiness person just because you've made mistakes. 4. Give yourself time. Understanding and accepting points 1 to 3 isn't an easy task. It requires to work on yourself, to ask yourself difficult questions and to answer them. I, once again, really recommend therapy. It is indeed a great tool that will help you with understanding and acceptance. But please know that this requires time. You need to commit to working on yourself and on self-compassion, and you need to be patient. Believe it or not, even though I knew it theoretically, I just realized quite recently that I'm actually not a bad, horrible, terrible, undeserving of love and happiness person, just because I've made mistakes in the past. 5. Don't compare yourself to others. There will always be people who are going to be better than you in something at some point, who are going to be slimmer than you, fitter than you, richer than you. Yeah, sorry to break it to you, but that's a fact. Now, does that make you less valuable? No. Does it make you worth less? No. Does it have to make you miserable? No, absolutely not. Instead of comparing yourself with others and focusing on your weaknesses, try shifting your mind towards your qualities, your own qualities, not compared to XYZ. Just focus on yourself. In other words, it requires for you to accept who you are just the way you are. Of course, you can always work on yourself and improve your skills and abilities, and this is something great, but we'll talk about it a little bit later in this video. Being compassionate towards yourself is only possible if you accept who you are objectively. 6. Be mindful of your self-talk. Now, that's something I really sucked at back in time. And up until quite recently, to be honest, I used to call myself using insulting terms. Let's put it that way. I used to believe that I'm the worst, ugliest, most terrible and undeserving of anything good person on earth. Yeah, I've been in that hole. But again, thanks to therapy and to my strong support system, I'm now being more compassionate towards myself, and I don't call myself that anymore. Here, let me give you a quick tip. Think of yourself as your best friend. You are your own best friend. Would you call him or her or behave with him or her the way you do with yourself? No? Then why do you do it to yourself? These negative thoughts you are feeding yourself with reflect on your everyday life and even on your health. Just force yourself not to trash yourself. On the contrary, be your own cheerleader, be your biggest fan, and tell yourself that you are worthy of love, happiness, that you are a good person. 7. Don't apologize for who you are. I can't have a pizza, I'm on a diet, sorry. I'm sorry, but I really don't want to go to the cinema tonight. You were 25 minutes late and you didn't give me a call to warn me, so I left, I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, I can't come tomorrow, I already have plans. No. You are not sorry. You can't have a pizza. You don't want to go to the cinema. You left because the other person was disrespectful of your time and you already have plans for the next day. No, sorry. If you make a mistake, yeah, you can be sorry and ask for forgiveness. But other than that, you are not sorry. You shouldn't be sorry for who you are, for the way you want to live your life, for your boundaries not being respected, or for having boundaries, or for your own taste. I know it's an abusive language. We all say we're sorry for things that we shouldn't out of politeness, and I do it too sometimes. But the thing is, we need to be more confident about our own boundaries, our own value, so that we don't feel guilty when we put ourselves first. But more about that a bit later in the video. 8. Do what feels right to you. When we have to make a decision in our life, we often seek advice from our family and friends, which isn't bad. We are gathering different opinions about the situation, different options and points of view. But we are the ones who should take the final decision. If something doesn't feel right, but you feel pressured to do it anyway, you are forcing yourself into a situation in which you might feel discomfort. You might regret the decision you made, which might make you feel guilty and or ashamed. Now, sometimes we do need to compromise, yes, but in general, my point is to listen to your own gut, to make what feels right to you. Be loyal to yourself. 9. Put yourself and your needs first. Self-compassion and self-care go hand in hand, so take care of yourself and of your needs is already practicing self-compassion. My mother used to tell me that my own skin is the closest to my body, so I'm the first one to notice when it's itchy and the first one to be able to soothe it. She'd tell me, if you don't take care of your own skin, who would take care of it? Now, today I don't fully agree with this sentence, and you can watch this video if you want to know why, but I really like the philosophy behind it. Putting yourself and your needs first means that sometimes if you are tired, let's say, you'll refuse invitations from your friends. You won't answer your phone, or you will order in instead of cooking dinner for a change. Putting yourself first also means to treat yourself from time to time. Go to a massage, eat healthy, have a skin and hair care routine, take time to meditate and to work out. And do not neglect these things by thinking that you don't deserve them. Go back to point 6. 10. Invest in yourself. Now, I know that not everybody has the same financial stability, and I'm not saying you should be spending huge amounts of money on manicure, on expensive clothes, jewelry, spa procedures, and so on and so on. When I say to invest in yourself, I mean to invest not only money, but also time and all your possible resources. Yes, it can be to spend money on your physical appearance, and there's nothing wrong with it. But it can also be to spend some extra time to put on makeup in the morning, to brush your hair, to make it look decent, really, or to take some extra time for your hobby, be it to paint, to listen to music, to read a book, or whatever it might be. You can also be investing in yourself by acquiring a new skill, like cooking, sewing, painting, etc., etc. Some skills require some equipment, but others really don't. Also, there are courses online that you can pay for, but there are plenty of videos here on YouTube that are free of charge, and this platform is incredible because it makes so much valuable information easily accessible to everyone. Like my channel, for example. I created it basically to help you get better if you are struggling. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe and make sure to click on the notification bell so you won't miss when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful and inspiring for you. Please give me a thumbs up to support my work. And if you've made it so far in the video, congratulations. You can comment, I don't know, you can comment, Holly is a sleepyhead. Oh, and I woke her. You can comment, Holly is a sleepyhead down below, so I know you've watched it till the end. I'll see you next week for a new video, and until then, please take care of yourselves, both physically and mentally. Bye!